That's my final warning.
Do you mind?
I do not appreciate having to wait in line while you conduct your lengthy ablutions.
I'm trying to make myself clean for you, Daphne.
Oh, you'll never be clean enough for me, Mr. Tyler.
You don't mean that, do you?
I most certainly do.
Oh, new frock?
Don't change the subject.
It's very nice.
It should be for the price.
What was that, the new hairstyle? You're looking tastier than ever.
Now listen to me, Mr. Tyler.
Make me go all wobbly at the knees. Right now, I could do anything for you.
Really?
Name your desire.
My desire is that you finish scrubbing your foaming fangs and vacate my bathroom.
They are. It's all yours.
And not before time.
We could do with a bigger bathroom, Daphne.
And how, pray, would that help?
Well, we'd have room for, his and her basins.
His and her basins?
Yeah, just think of it. We could have blooped together.
I'd rather die.
Oh! Don't tell me you're a closet Freemason.
You may not know this, Sam, but I have two enormous phobias.
Stop bragging.
One is injections, and the other is removing plasters from hairy parts of my body.
Well, you should have thought of that before you stuck it on. I'm sure Daphne would have lent you her lady shave.
Trust you to mock a man on the threshold of agony. Still, it has to be done sooner or later. Later, I think.
Oh, come on, for God's sake.
I can't do it.
I'll do it for you.
No.
On the bed, go on, it'll only take a few seconds. Lie back and think of Kilburn.
Kilburn. Shall I ever set eyes on that fair district again?
Fair district? We're obviously thinking of different Kilburns.
There's only one Kilburn, Sam.
Well, that's a relief.
Oh, do you mind?
You're going on about Kilburn like it was Venice.
I never claimed Kilburn was like Venice. I'm the first to admit that Kilburn has far less flamboyant architecture.
Mind you, it has got a canal of sorts.
True.
But you can't see the gondolas for the supermarket trolleys.
No. The fact remains that Kilburn has an emotional pull on me. I was born and raised there. I laughed and cried my way through adolescence there. I became a man there. And then, suddenly, with no warning, after a lifetime in Kilburn...
Your mum kicked you over to Chiswick.
She'll have me back. She must. The fact that I accidentally killed her budgie is a memory that will fade with time.
The fact is, Will, she don't want you back. Not ever.
What are you talking about?
Well, she reckons a man of your age, you know, should have left home 25 years ago.
Hey?
Yeah, she reckons you ought to stand on your own 2 feet. So we better hope that leg doesn't get gangrene.
Is she implying that I've been tied to her apron strings all these years? I see. So this is all the thanks I get for being a dutiful son?
Well, she wants you to visit from time to time.
How very big-hearted of her.
But to make the visits very short.
As soon as you finish Nipper, I'd be much obliged if you create a scale model of my mum.
Why?
So I can stick pins in it.
Oh, come on, Will, don't get bitter.
This has cut me to the very quick. I'm deeply hurt. It's causing me pain of unprecedented proportions.
I'm afraid it's going to get worse.
How could it possibly get worse?
Because I'm about to rip that plaster off.
You! Out!
Eh?
Now, before I kill you!
Something bothering you, Daphne?
Mr. Tyler, this is milk, and I would like to know who is responsible.
Well, a cow, presumably.
I'll try again. Who let out that unearthly shriek?
Oh, that was Wilf, man of steel.
And what, pray, prompted it?
I told him you, wanted his body.
I'm waiting.
Aren't we all? No, look, the fact is I just ripped a plaster off his, hairy shin.
Do you realise that you have destroyed over £195 worth of haute couture?
Well, don't panic, Daphne. I mean, I've been only too happy to sponge you down.
Oh!
police.
Well, it might have been nothing.
Nick, that scream didn't sound like nothing. It sounded like murder. Mummy?
Good morning.
Oh, my God!
What's up?
Sam, you're alive!
Angela, have you taken leave of your senses?
We heard this terrible scream and
Down we came.
there's you with a dripping knife.
This is tomato ketchup, and you've all gone mad.
Well, I'm sorry, Mummy, but it did look for a moment as though you might have stuck that knife into Sam.
Oh, believe me, I'm seriously considering it.
What's going on, Dad?
And what's on the front of your dress, Mummy?
Spilt milk.
And she's been crying over it.
One for you, and one for Wilf.
Oh, why is it? The only person who writes to me is the Reader's Bleeding Digest.
Wilf's is from the Royal Shakespeare Company.
Oh, that'll be a reply for his job application.
What on earth makes Will think that mucking out elephants for a living will qualify him as a matinee idol?
I suppose it's the same blind faith that makes you think you can be a successful photographer. Sorry, Nick, I was only joking.
Yeah, well, as you can see, I'm laughing my socks off.
Wasn't very nice, Angie.
Sorry, Sam, but let's face it, it's probably true.
You want to talk about it?
What on earth are you doing?
Admiring the face that could launch 1,000 magazine covers.
You're not seriously going through with this modelling job, are you?
Why shouldn't I?
Because modelling is a vacuous occupation for vacuous people.
Rubbish. Modelling is a lucrative occupation for beautiful people. And the fact that Steve Kelly has hired me for a fashion shoot in the Seychelles is something you should be proud of.
Well, I'm not. And I regard this love affair you've developed with the mirror as cause for deep concern. Was that the post I heard just now?
Yes.
Nothing for me?
No?
Good.
Well, don't you like getting letters?
Not the sort I've been getting lately.
Well, what sort are they?
Desperate pleas from Major Giles Bradshaw to visit him in Wormwood Scrubs.
Ah.
But I'm afraid his golden prose cuts very little ice with me now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Especially when it comes via smudged biro on prison notepaper.
So you haven't replied to any of his letters?
I'm afraid my sympathy for that rogue is exhausted. If Giles wants a visitor, he can write to Lord Longford.
I got it made when I had my photos accepted at that gallery.
Yeah, I know you did. I think it's a crying shame them art critics gave you such a unanimous kick in the crutch.
I'm really low, Dad. My confidence has taken a terminal nosedive.
Oh, come on, don't say that.
It's true. And if Angie's modelling career takes off, which it will, I'll feel an even bigger failure than I do already. Better go and see Joe.
Hey, you keep smiling. Look, he's having a bad time, Angie. He needs your support.
No problem. Sam, I'm about to become a successful model. I'll soon have enough money to support Nick. All he needs...
That's not the kind of support I mean. I'm talking about...
I'd love to chat, Sam, but I'm in a rush. I've got to wax my legs, all right?
Oh.
Sorry, Daphne. But you happen to be one of them rare women who's equally tasty from all angles.
Look, I'm very busy, Mr. Tyler. Why don't you go and play with your crocodile?
Look, I'm a bit worried about Angie and Nick. I think this modelling job's gone to her head.
Oh, it's my daughter's fault now, is it?
No, I've just got this nasty feeling. When she takes off for the Seychelles tomorrow, things will never be the same again.
Yeah, hello?